Spyro the Dragon, Ratchet & Clank, Resistance, and Spiderman. Insomniac Games has certainly left its mark on the PlayStation brand. The original Marvel Spider-Man is my favorite game of the PS4 era. I cannot remember the last time a story had me so enthralled. I was literally on the edge of my seat through the whole tale. And those who have played it know how the game was building up another Spider-Man to share center stage. While all of us expected Miles Morales to assume his web-slinging role in the sequel, I don't think people were expecting him to get his own game and for it to be a launch title for the brand new PlayStation 5. Spider-Man Miles Morales has our up-and-coming hero flying solo in his own adventure. This game is a much smaller title and similar in scope to Naughty Dog's Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now, how is that going to affect the game experience? And the big question on this show, how is it going to affect the Platinum Trophy run? Well, let's web up this intro, pull up the rap sheet, and take a leap of faith into this Platinum Hunters Trophy Guide, so we can obtain the Platinum Trophy. Be yourself. Spider-Man Morales is certainly an impressive game and a big flex for the PS5. With the advantages of the new hardware, Miles Morales makes the most of them, loading New York at speeds we have never seen before on a console. The ability to have 60 frames in performance mode is another big win, and the fidelity mode is cool too, with ray tracing being enabled. Most importantly, Miles Morales is able to take aspects of the first Spider-Man and either do them better or differently. Like, for example, the game's side quests don't feel like a chore, padding out the experience. The game's smaller scope helps keep side activities feel fresh. Miles Morales' new Venom abilities are an excellent addition to the combat. The story and the new characters are also incredible, and unfortunately the game's smaller scope means there is less of it. It's much more tightly packed in this adventure that is almost certainly going to leave you wanting Spider-Man 2 ASAP. It's hard to do a quick review on this one with so many aspects we could talk about, but in short, Miles Morales is absolutely worth your time, even though it's a smaller version of the original. But this is Platinum Hunters, the show where we look at everything it takes to get the Platinum Trophy and whether it's worth it to achieve it. But before we swing into action, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also let me know which trophy guys you want me to cover. If you already have the Platinum Trophy for Marvel's Spider-Man on the PS4, you know exactly what you are in for, just on a smaller scale this time. There's going to be more districts to 100% complete, more Spider-Man themed collectibles to find around the city, more sweet suits and skills to unlock, and even more side quests where you help civilians. You can play on any difficulty you like for both of your required playthroughs, so you can just make the experience as difficult as you like. You can even switch the difficulty on the fly. Just so I don't repeat myself 1,000 times during this episode, I will have a guide and other helpful aids in the description below. Oh, and one last note. Before we start taking a look at the trophies, this game is available for PS5 and PS4, and the trophy lists are identical. I am also hearing that doing the PS4 version and then transferring the save file to the PS5 version will pop a second Platinum Trophy. Just something to point out for all my list completionists out there. With all that in mind, let's start with the 11 story required trophies that I wouldn't dare talk about or spoil for you. But after beating your first playthrough, you'll have to do another playthrough of the game in New Game Plus mode, which will unlock the trophy Plus Plus. Now, there are 3 minor out of context spoilerish trophies I have to talk about. If you absolutely do not want to be spoiled, skip to the next section of the video with the time code provided below. Okay, ready? Let's go. The first one happens literally at the beginning of the game when you are riding on the rampaging rhino through the mall. Make sure you bash into 15 objects to unlock, like a rhino in a china shop. If you lose all your health while doing this, don't worry, they still count. The other trophy, Competitive Spirit, happens during the last missions of the game. While you are in the flashback scene, you will find a rocket minigame in the Oscorp Science Center while trying to unlock the door. Beat Finn by mashing the square button to get the trophy. And the third one is not totally a spoiler, but I decided to keep it here anyways. You can get Socially Acceptable by scrolling through the social feed from top to bottom after you complete the story. Okay, and now we're back out of spoiler territory. Let's talk about districts. Aside from completing the main narrative twice, you will need to work towards the trophy A New Home by completing all of the districts 100%. These side activities will become available at different times in the story. There are plenty of things to do here, and we are going to outline all the side activities necessary to obtain this trophy. The first thing to pop up is the 9 spider training challenges. You will be introduced to the first combat training challenge as part of the story, and then the other ones are going to pop up on the map. In either of the 3 combat related spider training courses, get a rating of spectacular to unlock the trophy Punching Pixels. You will need to do the same for the other 2 types of spider trainings. Get a spectacular rating in the traversal challenge for Launch, Swing, Dive, and then again in a stealth challenge for the trophy Dodging Light. Completing all 9 will get you the trophy Spider Training Complete and unlock Peter Parker's final test. This is a super fun side mission that I'm not going to spoil for you, but just know that beating it will give you the trophy Pete's First Villain. With each spider training mission you do, you will unlock a brand new skill for Miles' spider abilities. You will be working towards getting all the skills for the trophy, just the beginning. Now on top of those 9 skills, you will also be able to unlock and craft another 24 skills while you play through the game. 3 of those 24 can only be unlocked by leveling up in New Game Plus mode, so just be aware of that fact. You will need activity tokens and tech parts to unlock these skills, so make sure you are completing the side activities to get both of these resources. The next set of activities will come from the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app, in which there are 10 small missions to complete for people requesting your superpowered assistance. This will net you the trophy 5-star review. The missions will become available to you once you beat the story mission where you meet Uncle Aaron for the first time. This is not necessary for the district completion, but you can also hammer out the objectives for the local crime missions and obtain Crime Master. Some of the objectives can be annoying, like taking no damage in the car chases, but they will become increasingly easier as you upgrade your powers. Completing all the requests on the FNSM app will get you a sweet looking suit, and a lot of the side activities will directly reward you with many of Miles' amazing looks. The other suits must be crafted using activity tokens and tech parts. Collect all 19 Spidey suits to get the trophy ready for anything. Just like the skills, there is one suit that you can only craft in New Game Plus mode. Now, skills and suits are not the only things you can spend your activity tokens and tech parts on. There are suit mods, there are visor mods, and tech upgrades aplenty to augment and enhance Miles Morales' powers. Crafting your first suit mod nets you the Mod the Suit trophy, and similarly, your first visor mod gets you the Look with Better Eyes trophy. Lastly, unlocking 10 of the 16 tech upgrades will unlock Kit Bash. Let's get back to completing the districts, and the next 2 things that you will see pop up on the map are the time capsules and the underground caches. The time capsules are scattered throughout the city and just require you to go get them to get the trophy Urban Explorers. One of these time capsules is sitting on a boat, and upon retrieving it, you will get the trophy I'm on a boat. I cannot say that phrase without thinking of The Lonely Island and T-Pain. You will also need to zip around the city to retrieve the underground caches. 29 of them are hiding in various places around New York City, while the last 6 to get the trophy Salvager are found in the Roxxon labs and the underground hideouts. And if you guessed it, those are your next side activities. There are 3 Roxxon labs to infiltrate to get the trophy Under Their Noses. As well, you will need to clear out the 3 underground hideouts to get Underground Undone. While doing any of these 6 missions, you will need to do one of them without being detected, so you can obtain Never Saw It Coming. Also, don't forget to look for the underground caches that are hidden inside of these 6 missions. By this point of the story, you should be well into completing the side missions, which will lead up to the mission called We've Gotta Lead. Complete the mission for the Come at the King trophy, and I will let you guess who's involved in this one. The last 2 collectibles on the district completion list are the Davis Brothers sound samples and postcards. Deep cuts will unlock when you collect all the sound samples for Uncle Aaron. These sound samples won't show up on the map till later in the story. The postcards for the Memory Lane trophy won't even appear until after you complete the story. These postcards are your very last step to completing the districts, so follow the trail to your nice and shiny gold A New Home trophy. With all of those activities done, you have now 100% completed the districts. But we're not going to stop there, because there are quite a few stealth and combat trophies to obtain over the course of the game. In my opinion, the most difficult trophy to get is 100 times combo. Playing on lower difficulties will make most combat encounters end too quickly, while playing on higher difficulties will increase the aggression of the enemies, making it harder to get the 100 hits in a row. If you are really good at the combo system, you should be able to pull this one off, but Miles Morales has a few tricks up his Spidey sleeve to make things easier. On your New Game Plus run, the very last skill you unlock makes it so every hit on an enemy will count as 2 hits while camouflaged. Not only is camouflage already a great ability for this trophy on its own, but powered up with this skill, you are almost certain to get this trophy now. Head to any of the underground hideouts and test it out for yourself. While doing that, you will also be contributing to the Invisible Spider trophy for defeating 50 enemies while in camouflage. And this is also a good time to grind out the Overcharge trophy if you haven't gotten it yet. Just defeat 100 enemies with your Venom powers to get this one. Also grab Up and Over, blindsiding an enemy with a Venom jump and then immediately hitting him with a Venom dash. Hold L1 and hit X to use the Venom jump, and then L1 and triangle while you're in the air to use the Venom dash. The Venom dash itself is important for the last combat trophy from downtown. Gather a bunch of enemies up in a group and then bowl over 3 or more of them with your Venom dash, sending an enemy into that group of enemies. That takes care of the combat trophies. Now let's talk about stealth and what you will need to do to get these 4 stealth trophies. You're going to need 100 stealth takedowns in total to get the trophy Nowhere to Hide. These can include web strike takedowns, perch, ceiling, and wall takedowns, or get up right behind enemies for a regular stealth takedown. Just make sure it's safe to incapacitate your enemy so you don't get caught. If 25 of these takedowns are from you hanging out on the walls, you will unlock the trophy Climbing the Walls. Getting a takedown while hanging from the ceiling webs you from the rafters, and this is my favorite thing to do, as you can lower yourself from the ceiling over the enemy's head just like Spiderman does in the show. The last one, Trapped, makes you use the remote bomb tech to electrocute 50 enemies. The game will show you how to use it in a stealth situation by throwing at a fuse boxes, but I personally just started whipping it at people during combat and then detonating them. That takes care of the combat and stealth related trophies, and we're almost done. We just got 3 more trophies left. If you haven't had the inkling to open up the game's robust photo mode yet, open that sucker up. You can obtain the JJJ Would Be Proud trophy by taking a photo that has a sticker and a custom lighting attached to it. Super easy trophy, but try not to spend hours in the awesome photo mode. Who am I kidding? That's what most of you guys are going to do anyways. Next, you're going to travel all the way to the cemetery at the top of the map in Harlem and look for Miles' dad's grave. Pay your respects to Jefferson Davis to unlock the trophy Never Give Up. We got one more stop on the Platinum Bus, and it's a statue in the Upper West Side District. You will get the Best Fries in Town trophy when you interact with the statue, which of course is the statue of the man, the legend himself, Stan Lee. And I think there's no better place to stage that Platinum Trophy screenshot because if you have been following this guide, congratulations, you will be awarded the Be Yourself Platinum Trophy for Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. With great power comes great responsibility, and I felt it was my duty to suit up and let everyone know exactly how to get the Platinum Trophy for this game. It is certainly one for the glass trophy case, and I highly recommend people grab it. But in reality, I would have played this game even if it didn't have a Platinum Trophy. Spider-Man Miles Morales is that good of a game, and a great sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man. As of recording this video, there are no additional trophies to unlock, so our journey ends here until Spider-Man 2 releases. Or I could cover the original game. Until that episode comes, enjoy your brand new Spider-Man Platinum. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is episode 4 and the second PS5 Platinum that we've covered here on the show. I'm very happy with the reception that everybody has been giving me about these episodes, and I have already been scheming on the next ones. We are going back to the PlayStation Plus collection with the next video, and we're gonna get a little bit insane. So stick around on the channel by subscribing and get ready for more Platinum Hunters trophy guides. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.